5:30. All right, this meeting of the City of Frostburg is called to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are thankful for this special community, for the time we share together, and the bounty of our nation. We are thankful for the commitment of our people who volunteer their time and talents to make our community a better place to live, work, and raise a family. We know that we alone cannot meet the challenges or provide sufficient inspiration without community involvement and the dedication of all concerned to the greater good of the city and all who reside in it. We are thankful for the beauty, the time, and the place that is Frostburg. Amen.
Amen. All right, Mr. O'Brien, if you could call the roll, please.
Mayor Logsdon.
Present.
Commissioner Carter has a planned absence. Commissioner Forsythe.
Here.
Commissioner Grove.
Here.
Commissioner Ritchie.
Here. Next, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Duly moved and seconded to approve the agenda. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Agenda is approved. Next, item 6. We can consider 6A and B together. I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the June council meeting and from a closed session on May 13th.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes.
Second.
Duly moved and seconded to approve the minutes from the June mayor and council meeting and also the closed session that occurred on May 13th. Further discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Minutes are approved. We have one special recognition today, special presentation. I would like to read a certificate of appreciation on behalf of the city. Whereas the town of Kensington, which is located in Montgomery County, a community committed to creating a strong sense of community since 1894, has demonstrated remarkable compassion and generosity toward fellow Maryland communities. And whereas following the significant flooding that impacted the residents of Westernport and the Georges Creek area in May of 2025, the town of Kensington extended a generous monetary donation to support those affected. And whereas this act of kindness reflects the town of Kensington's enduring commitment to community service and support for neighbors in need, let it be known that Mayor and City Council of the City of Frostburg hereby extend heartfelt appreciation to the town of Kensington, Maryland, and sincerely thank them for their generosity, solidarity, and dedication to uplifting Maryland communities. Issued this 15th day of July 2025 under my hand and seal. Bethany, you could probably fill us in on whatever I don't get here, but after the flooding on May 13th, the town of Kensington made a pretty sizable donation to Frostburg First, our Main Street organization, which was intended to get to the Georges Creek flood victims, and we did make sure that the money got down there, so we figured the least we could do is thank them for that. Anything else, Dr. Brown?
I think you covered it all, Mayor.
Okay,
Thank you.
so Mayor Furman in Kensington, we thank you for that. Moving on then to department reports, reports of the city departments. We'll call on Mrs. Phillips first.
Good evening. I don't have too much to report. As you know, June 30th was our fiscal year end, so we are working on wrapping up all of the year-end accruals and whatnot. That being said, the reports that were submitted do not reflect all of the year-end accruals or any audit adjustments that may be necessary. SB and Company out of, I believe, Frederick has been engaged to perform our independent audit. They have not started, but I have a call in with them tomorrow to get the ball rolling. During the month of June, Finance has been busy with some of our human resource functions, including onboarding the seasonal pool and day camp employees and the open enrollment for new health benefits, as well as updating payroll for the new deductions related to those benefits. We also worked with CBIZ and other administration staff on our insurance renewals, which have been completed. Real estate tax bills were mailed out this week. The last batch went out today. E-bills were sent out yesterday. We continue to encourage customers to pay online at frostburgcity.org. You need to use your account ID and PIN number to make the payment. There's a processing fee for credit card payments, but there is no fee to the customer for e-checks. We also want to continue to encourage customers to sign up for e-billing for utilities and taxes. You can email a request to cityhall@frostburgcity.org, and that will provide some savings for the city in the form of staff time and supplies and postage. And that's all I have. If there's any questions.
So property taxes can also be paid online, it's not just utilities?
Yes,
Okay.
they can both be paid online. Yep.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, no.
Please, yes.
No, I get my utility bills, right, via email. Do I automatically get my taxes that way as well?
No,
I don't think I signed up for
you'd need to
taxes.
send us another request to cityhall@frostburgcity.org, and then we can get you set up for the next round.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Anything else?
Good to
All
know.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Fife, I apologize, I went out of order, you were supposed to be first, sorry.
This order is new. I'm usually number 2. All right, good evening. As always, I prepared a highlight reel for you of some of the Community Development Department activities for the month of June. In June, we issued 11 permits. 3 of those were for commercial use and occupancy permits. One of those was the former Carter and Roque, now Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They have moved their offices out of the Gunter Hotel, and they now have a Main Street presence at 7 West Main Street. We also issued a use and occupancy for She's So Pretty at 1 East Main Street. If you haven't been in there, it's really cool, and she's got a lot of really great stuff. They've done an amazing job with the renovations in that building. And the third use and occupancy permit commercially is for the Lunchbox, which is a secondary location of Cafe Oasis. And they opened in the downstairs of the Main Street pub where Dee Dee's was previously. So we're very happy to have her closer to downtown. Aside from that, we issued 1 residential use and occupancy at Pritchard Farms, and we expect a couple more to be coming out in the next couple weeks. On the code enforcement side of things, we had 13 new cases opened in June. To date, 9 of those have been resolved. Citations were issued for 3 of those violations, and one of those cases is considered resolved, but we are continuing to monitor that for continued compliance. On the rental housing side of things, all citations have been paid for the unlicensed units, and all units are now fully in compliance at this point with their licenses. Jay Hovatter has passed his property maintenance inspector exam through the International Code Council, so he is 100% ready to go with the rental housing inspection. So we've just been finalizing some details on the scheduling of those, and those will be starting here in the next couple weeks. We are also finalizing a comprehensive rental housing program guidebook that will be sent to all property owners who have rentals in the city. That just kind of reintroduces ourselves, reintroduces the program, talks about some of the changes that we've made. So like I said, we're finishing up some edits on that, and we're hoping to get that distributed here by the end of the month. In other news, that's what my staff's been working on. Here's what I've been working on. The stabilization grant program that we've been working on with Allegheny County, the county commissioners did vote to approve that last Thursday. So they formally adopted the guidelines, and they have signed the MOU between the county and the city. So we launched that last Friday. I've been getting tons of emails from properties I did not expect. So, but that's good. That's very good, because there really is a need for this type of a program. So that's what we've learned just in the last 3 days. So stay tuned. We'll be accepting applications for that program through September 12th. And yeah, we're just really excited to see what all we can do downtown. The Comprehensive Plan Steering Committee is meeting on Thursday this week to go over the results of the public survey and the stakeholder interviews. So there will also be a SWOT exercise as part of that. So looking forward to seeing several of you there.
What's the time on that?
It's 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Yep, 1 in the afternoon in this room. And then finally, I just have a quick update on the Edible Arboretum. I heard from Amy Armstrong from the ACA Design Group, formerly CNS Landscaping. All of our plants came in early, and they arrived today. So, so instead of being installed next month, they are going to be installed next week. So once they're in the ground and we've done a little bit more site work, then we are planning to have a ribbon cutting ceremony with Sustainable Maryland. They will be kind of our guests of honor, because they're the ones who gave us the grant to do this next phase of this project.
Cool.
So happy to answer any questions you have, and otherwise that concludes my report.
Picked a handful of blueberries there today.
Oh, good. Very good.
Excellent. Was that all you did? That was like hardly anything.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Mr. Lindsay.
Yeah, I'll give the monthly report for everything in Public Works land. We'll start in the Parks and Rec Department. At this time of year, it's pretty much always the same. It's grass cutting and keeping the outdoor recreation spaces clean and tidy and put together. There's usually always something that pops up in a given day that needs to be fixed, and they do a great job with it. The most recent one was some stuff at the Glendenning bathrooms. We did just finish Power Camp, which is a week-long camp put on by some of our local sports organizations, where the kids combine sport with a couple other messages that goes on at Glendenning Park. It's a very large-scale camp.
That was huge.
Yeah,
Had
no,
a lot of kids.
so it's a lot of upkeep with that, but our Parks and Rec guys do a very good job of keeping the campers happy and the general public happy as well. The big thing coming up for Parks and Rec is the food pantry. We are going to plan to do a groundbreaking tomorrow, most likely, after some preliminary layout. We have everything on site except for some doors, but of course, foundations and layout can happen before the doors arrive. But for all intents and purposes, the building will be starting tomorrow. In the water department, we did just finish the rest of our comprehensive leak survey. And after that, we typically spend the next couple weeks just fixing those leaks that we found. Sometimes they're on private property, so it takes a little bit of time to get that lined up. So it has been leak detection, and now it's leak repair. In the street, sanitation, and sewer department, the paving contract has been decided on. We will talk about that later, but Lillard Brothers Contracting is the presumed winner. They are the low bidder, but again, that will be voted on here shortly, so I don't want to confirm that. Other than that, in that same department, we do have one opening starting August 6th that we have advertisement out for. So there is an opening in that department. Other than that, it is pretty much business as usual, just doing street repairs, pothole repairs, catch basins, and then prepping for the paving contract. In Public Works land itself, it is mostly engineering at this point. Between the CSO jobs, the final design changes for the roundabout, for the upcoming well project at Piney, for the Appetit building, which is now underway, by the way. So we are in that building. We
Has
have
equipment started to move in for that yet?
not yet.
Okay.
We're doing some kind of safety structural stuff by hand in the bottom of the building and in the top of the building. You probably won't see equipment for the next 2 weeks. There's no sense in bringing it in if we're just going to hand do the top.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
and when we do bring it in, that'll happen at night because we will have to close Main Street. Other than that, it is just prep work for the next phases of funding that we were always asking for, which will happen with the governor's money that he is setting aside now. So that's a Rich Reinhardt stuff. And then, of course, we are always prepping for PACE and the next project there, which will presumably be some water stuff with our extended capacity with Coney and Midland, and then for CSO work that we want to just try and tack on if we can get the funding for it. If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Just in addition, there is a walk next week, I think, to raise the rest of the funds needed for the pantry
Yes,
building.
Sweet. Awesome.
It's next Saturday, I think,
Yeah.
in the morning.
Is Frostburg first putting that, or Triple F Foundation for Frostburg? They're putting that on.
They're the ones, yeah, and I think it's actually being run by the Methodist Church.
I believe it's one of the churches.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the Methodist, because
Yeah,
they sponsor
but
Yeoman.
the Fund for Frostburg are the ones that are holding the funds,
Yeah,
so I think that's what the checks get made out to.
Cool. On that note, the village, Frost Village, has agreed to donate labor to the construction of that building, as well as a small financial donation. And then there is a sort of handshake agreement at this point for them to do the maintenance, the exterior maintenance, so the grass cutting and the snow removal throughout the year since they're
Cool.
right there. So,
Yeah, great.
Cool. But other than that, that is all I have. My rest of the stuff will be talked about in that chair. So,
Appreciate it.
cool. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Chief?
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. Good evening. I have the report for June of 2025. We had 547 incidents, and that's pretty similar to June of 2024 when we had 511 incidents. As always, just kind of a diverse array of activities, 8 arrests, 4 log community policing activities, 9 parking violations, 29 well-being checks, 5 emergency petitions, 18 assist other agencies, which is often the ambulance service, sometimes the fire department, or sometimes another allied law enforcement agency. 40 requests for a police officer, 23 documented follow-ups, 17 disturbances of various types, 9 motor vehicle crashes, and 87 traffic stops. As always, kind of doing a variety of activities, sort of our day-to-day police work, so to speak. No day is the same day-to-day, but that's kind of sort of our regular business, our basic data that we collect. And I always try to talk about the community activities. So Derby Day went very well. I know many of you were there. We had our Frostburg Police Department car in there. Of course, we had excellent announcing from the mayor right down at the
That was
Elks
a long
all day
day.
long. But we were really proud to see our young person drive the Frostburg City Police Derby car for us. We did Lemonade with the Law just on Wednesday, July 9th during Pirates Ahoy. Very nicely attended. Very, very successful event once again. Coming up, we're doing some speed enforcement under a Maryland State Highway Office grant, so that's advertised on our social media. They actually ask us to do high visibility type activities under that grant, so that's partly why we advertise it, to get it out there, and then we have the officer or two working specifically under that grant just to focus on those issues, or predominantly focus on those issues. A couple little administrative things we've been doing. There's always that behind the scenes work, so whenever we do our annual in-service training, our firearms training, our field training, periodically the Maryland Police Training and Standards Commission will conduct audits of all police departments in Maryland. They did an audit of us recently for field training officer certifications, electronic control device training and certification, firearms training, a couple of different things. So the audit's been closed, all successful. Great to work with the Training Commission as always, and it makes me feel good when we get kind of the reassurance that we're doing things the right way. We have all the supporting documentation. We kind of get that approval from them. So essentially, we report our training to them every year, and they'll pick different areas to do audits of agencies. So that was very successful. And coming up here in about a week, we have an unrelated audit by the state for what's called our CJIS system, our confidential computer system, the criminal justice databases. So they basically review the networking with our computer folks, the schematics of how the computer systems are networked, our essentially retention and file storage, our data access, controls in the police station. So that's a routine thing every couple years too, and our folks are working hard to get ready for that. So just a few things we're doing, and we expect our police candidate in the academy to graduate at the end of August. And secondly, we are trying to hire 2 more at this time. So we have the process going for that. We'll be doing the pre-hire physical fitness test toward the end of July. And I want to give a quick thanks to the finance department and Trevor Sisler especially. He's taken on a lot of work for us for using the NeoGov software. So when we have a number of police applicants, we go in there and rate them and kind of decide who's going to move forward. And Trevor does so much to get the notifications out to these folks to coordinate. It's really taken hours of work away from us, from calling people, trying to schedule, trying to mail or email people stuff. It's a nice system, and Trevor spearheaded that, so we appreciate that.
I appreciate
Other
you
than
telling us
that,
that.
that's everything I have.
Great.
Thank you, Chief.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Mayor. Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve the monthly reports of the city departments.
Second. Duly moved and seconded to approve the various reports of the city departments. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Department reports are approved. Move on then to item 9 on the agenda, which is the CSO hearing. That's fine.
All right, so for the CSO Combined Sewer Overflow projects, we currently have 3 underway, Phase 8C, 9D, and 10A. So that's North Grant, Center Extended, and then what we affectionately call the swamp below Mountain Ridge. That is Phase 10A. We actually should stop calling it the swamp because we are pulling everything out of the swamp for environmental reasons. Those are all going really well. We expect 8C and 9D to be done by the middle of August, especially Center Street. We want to be completely out of there by the time the students come. But on the North Grant portion, there is only about 100 feet left of storm line to run, and then there's paving for both of them. And then in Phase 10A, we are completely connected with the new sewer line we ran. At this point, it is mostly just patch up, close up, and then punch list there. And then phase 10B and 10C, which is in that same neighborhood, they are officially out to bid now for all of our contractors to take a look at. The bid open for that project is September 4th. Then we send that to the state for approval of the low bidder. Once the state approves of that spectrum of bids, then we will take it in, approve it ourselves, and then we intend to be able to cut a contractor loose sometime in October for a groundbreaking this fiscal year, or this calendar year, my apologies, so that we can cut loose stored materials and mobilization costs on this side of 2025. Really, not much work will start before the winter shutdown.
This is like the Washington, McCullough Street area?
Correct, correct. So this is just to get materials on site and then be able to cut some funding loose. Majority of that work will happen over the next 2 years, the next 2 summers. They are both fairly large-scale projects, and again, there is sidewalk work associated with both of those projects. That is a major driving point with these public hearings. It does open it up to the public to ask questions, but there are sidewalks going in on both sides of Washington Street and one side of McCullough. It is on city-owned property, but it will affect the parking in front of some people's homes, and it will affect the grass that is in front of some people's homes. But again, this is so that it is known to the public that that work is occurring on city property. But it looks like it is potentially impacting your yard. It is not.
On McCullough Street, is it on the uphill side or the downhill side?
Downhill side.
So across from, not his side, across from him.
Across. Yep. But again, this is just to make that completely clear for the public, is that those sidewalks are going in. Other than that, it is a standard project, water line, sewer line, stormwater line, paving, and then some streetscape. But if there are any questions, I am happy to answer them.
On the North Grant Street project, will that cobblestone road be all paved?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, North Grand is getting paved. Lee Street is being patched, and then it will be closed again. We looked at potentially opening it, but it's just making the grades work isn't worth it. So that will be patched up, cleaned up, and then closed again. But Grant will be completely paved. Yep.
So, the long-term for Lee Street is just to keep it as a pedestrian throughway?
Pretty
basically?
much. Yeah, there's at this point there's a few homes up there. There's 2 vacant lots. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a fire there about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Someone has approached us and asked what the plan was because they do intend, now I can't confirm this is not on the record, but someone has approached us that they would like to put homes there. That is more of a community development portion, but we do intend to keep that street closed just because of the grades. But it will be open to whoever plans to put a home there to kind of use as a driveway or an access to their properties. Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, that concludes the monthly required CSO hearing. So there's nothing under old business. Moving on then to item 11, new business. We'll call up resolution 2025-33.
Good evening again. This resolution is in regard to an expiring term on the Board of Zoning Appeals. Connie Lax's 3-year term is expiring, and she has indicated a desire to serve for another 3-year term. So if you all are agreeable, staff would definitely recommend that she be reappointed. Happy to answer any questions you may have about her service or anything like that. Otherwise, I'd ask for a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2025-33.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-33.
Second?
Duly moved and seconded to approve resolution 2025-33. Further discussion among council on that. Comment and discussion among the public. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Resolution 33 is adopted. Thank you. Moving on then to resolution 2025-34.
Yes, so we do have a vacancy on the Planning Commission due to the resignation of one member. He's moving out of city limits and is no longer eligible to serve on that commission. So we solicited applications. We received 6, and staff is recommending that Chad Paul be approved to fill the remainder of this vacancy, or this term. So I'm happy to answer any questions. You all received all of the qualifications and everything, so you all can have been able to consider all the applicants.
Yeah, his credentials were head and shoulders above everyone else. I agree. Yep.
Definitely like made for
Yeah.
the position. I move we approve resolution 2025-34.
Second.
Duly moved and seconded to approve resolution 2025-34. Further discussion among council. Comment or discussion among the public. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Resolution 34 is adopted. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Moving on next to resolution 2025-35. This is Mr. O'Brien.
Resolution 2025-35 is to approve a 3-year contract with Edmunds GovTech for Parks and Rec software. So this software would allow residents to reserve spaces online, would help with some of the financial issues, and one of the great things about it is it's the same company that does our financial software right now, so it would fully integrate into what we already do, would allow for better auditing purposes. And one of the great things is it allows for wait lists for reservation locations. So if somebody has something reserved, you're interested in it, and it's full, you can sign up for it, it'll notify you if it becomes available.
Cool.
The initial setup cost is $2,250, and then it's $5,200 each year for 3-year contracts.
I move that we approve resolution 2025-35.
Second.
Duly moved and seconded to approve resolution 2025-35. Further comment or discussion among council. You said that it is fully integrated with what we already use in finance.
Yes. it
Are
is
you
the-
satisfied with it in finance?
Yes.
Okay. Anything further? Comment or discussion among the public? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Resolution 35 is adopted. Next, resolution 2025-36.
So this would be the resolution to approve the paving contract for 2025. This would be resolution 2025-36. The low bidder was Liller Brothers Contracting. They came in at $65,500, which was the significantly lower bid. We did build into the contract, we do it every year, to build in some potential for add alternates. The add alternates in total would be higher than our total budget for paving, but if we get along the way and the mayor and council would like to approve of some add alternates, they are there to be done. You can see them up there. So we will have to leave off 1 or 2 of the add alternates, but presumably we could do several of them. Total budget for that project is $150,000. With the base bid coming at $65,500, we can afford quite a few of the add alternates. But as it stands now, I would ask for a motion and a second for resolution 2025-36 to approve Liller's bid of $65,500 with the possibility of the mayor and council approving of the acceptance of some add alternates along the way. If there are any questions, I'm happy to elaborate before you make a judgment.
I make a motion to approve resolution 2025-36.
Second.
Duly moved and seconded to approve resolution 2025-36. Further comment or discussion among council.
So there's a cap of 150,000. The add alternates also have a cap? Or will the total be?
Our total amount of money we have is $150,000. So we'll start with the base bid at $65,500, and then we will add alternates.
Until we reach that cap?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And there's always things that come up along the way that are going to eat into that too, that we like to leave a little bit of a buffer for. For instance, water lines that need to be repaired and then paved over, that'll eat into that too. So we would look at potentially doing 3 of the add alternates, and then leaving ourselves a little bit of a buffer for change orders as well.
And the one that you're thinking that you may not get to is Glendenning, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Just to clarify, in the last paragraph of the resolution, be it further resolved, Mayor and Council, so it says, do hereby approve the add alternate projects with the bid. So it does not require us to approve the add alternates afterwards. It leaves it to your discretion to do them until you reach the 150,000.
Okay. I would still ask you guys.
Oh, sure. No, I would expect that. But just to clarify
I
that.
mean, the only thing I think, the order that it's in looks pretty well. I mean, if we go in that, what I mean, get those parking lots done.
Oh, yeah.
first.
Yeah.
So
Especially the one that's already
that's
half
my
done.
only suggestion.
Understood. Thank you. Well, if there's no other questions,
Okay. Anything further among council? Comment or discussion among the public? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Resolution 36 is adopted. Thank you. Moving on then to Resolution 37.
Resolution 2025-37 is authorizing the mayor to sign for documents related to an opioid settlement. So this was at the request of our attorney in allowing Frostburg to continue forward with this. Pretty standard documents as far as that goes, just to allow us to be a part of that settlement. Any questions?
No.
I make a motion to approve resolution 2025-37.
Second?
Duly moved and seconded to approve Resolution 2025-37. Further comment or discussion among council on that? Anything from the public on that?
Pretty pro forma.
Yeah. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Resolution 37 is adopted. Final one under new business, Resolution 2025-38. This is Chief Costello.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners, again. If I could draw your attention to Resolution 2025-38. The city, mayor, and council has received a request from Frostburg First for a temporary repeal of the open container ban for a special event in downtown Frostburg. It's called the Petals and Pedals event. It's going to be part of the First Friday series for Frostburg First. The date is August 1st, 2025. Times are from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. And they're asking the mayor and council to temporarily repeal the open container ban, provided alcoholic beverages are kept in plasticware with no glass containers. Certainly no objections or concerns from the police department, and I would recommend that you approve the request.
I move we approve resolution 2025-38.
Second?
Duly moved and seconded to approve Resolution 2025-38. Further comment or discussion among council on that?
This is one of my favorite things they do.
It's already on the calendar.
I cut my calendar out.
Anything, comment or discussion among the public on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Resolution 38 is adopted. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners.
All right, that concludes new business. We'll move on then into item 12, which is open public comment. A time for citizens or anyone to give public comment. Hearing none. I have 6:03.
I have a question.
Ma'am? Oh, I apologize. Yes, any last chance among council. Commissioner Forsyth.
Is there an update on the Center Street project?
In terms,
Like when they're gonna start?
So I have a couple Center Streets.
Yeah, right, yeah, okay, but yeah.
As it stands now, they are still, I don't want to speak to their negotiations, but they are talking back and forth with FSU to finalize different parking agreements to make the rest of their funding work with their investors. Like I said, I don't want to attest to any details. I don't know what conversations they've had, but the last time we spoke, that's where they were left off, is that they are finalizing an agreement with FSU.
Okay.
Very good.
Hope it works
Commissioner
out.
Forsyth, anything else? Commissioner Grove.
Yeah, I'd like to take a second. We have a resident of Centennial Street. His name's Kenny Porter.
Oh.
And Kenny took it upon himself to clean up the Percy Cemetery. And with Hayden's assistance and the city's assistance, taking the debris away, he's done a really nice job, and I think I'd just like to commend him for the work that he's done.
Absolutely. Mr.
Yeah.
Porter, thank you very much. We certainly appreciate you serving your community in that way.
Yeah, that cemetery's gone through some ups and downs.
Very good. All right. Commissioner Ritchie, anything? Okay. Now have 6:04, meeting adjourned.